Good day, everybody. Steve Browski here. Welcome to tip 77 in the series 101 Tips to Ace Your Next Promotional Examination. As a reminder, my website, code3firetraining.com, has lots of great free resources. Check it out if you haven't done so already. And this series is based on my latest book from Fire and Training Books and Videos, 101 Tips to Ace Your Promotional Exam, available on their website as well as mine. So let's get into this tip. Tip 77. I know it may sound simple, but let me explain the importance of this. You need to demonstrate that you're not just a safe beginner, but that you can hit the ground running. And when I say that, when I was preparing for the captain's test some 20 years ago, give or take, I remember my attitude at the time was, I'm going to prepare. I want to be the best that I can be, obviously prepare for the position, study, all that stuff, Well, I remember making a comment to our, I think it was deputy chief of operations at the time. And I remember making the comment, yeah, I want to demonstrate or show the Raiders that I'm a safe beginner, because I felt being a safe beginner was something that the Raiders were looking for. And I remember our deputy chief operations, without missing a beat, he looked at me, he goes, "No, Steve," he goes, "you don't want to demonstrate that you're just a safe beginner." And I'm like, and I'm going, "But isn't that what you want as a new company officer, new captain, safe beginners?" He's like, "That's not the point." He goes, "We have like whatever, a couple of promotions we need to do right away. So that said, since we need to do some promotions, we don't want people that are just safe beginners. We want people that can be we want people that can be a safe beginner, but also can hit the ground running, because you're not going to get a second chance to make a first impression. Like you said, there's positions available, and it was going to be, the list comes out on this day, and chances are whoever's number one is going to get that badge and be promoted right from the get-go. So we don't have time for safe beginners. You got to hit the ground running. So I think the key for all of us that are taking promotional examinations is, yeah, demonstrate that you're going to be a safe beginner, because that's what the Raiders are looking for. Well, one of the things the Raiders are looking for is safe beginners, but someone though that can get that badge, take that badge and do the damn job. That's what is being expected of you. I remember hearing Billy Goldfeder talk about what is expected of a company officer, for example. And I remember him asking the question in a class, and I can't remember where I was at, but he's like, "So what is the main role of the company officer?" And of course, people are saying, "Oh, safety of their crew, do your job, take care of the citizens," all those things. They're all important. But I remember Chief Goldfeder going, "No, as a company officer, lieutenant captain, your number one job is to ensure policy is enforced." And it caught me off guard a little bit, but the point he was making is that, yeah, as a company officer, you're supervisor number one, but you got to ensure policy is enforced. Why is policy? Why are policies there in place? To help provide structure, to help provide focus, to provide direction, to ensure that the job gets done and the customers get taken care of. So those little things can make a difference between you being not just a safe beginner, but someone that can hit the ground running, knowing what you're getting into, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. I think I've sort of stressed the importance of not just showing that you're a safe beginner, but showing that you can hit the ground running. How you can demonstrate that you're not just a safe beginner, but that you can hit the ground running. Well, I think a lot of it comes down to confidence, preparation, command presence, the ability to demonstrate ultimately throughout your, I guess, sales pitch, for lack of a better term. And I know it sounds cheesy, but your sales pitch to those Raiders that, you know what? Yeah, I'm a safe beginner, but I can also hit the ground running. Give me that badge today. Not in a cocky, arrogant, disrespectful, condescending, entitled way, but in that confident way of, yeah, give me that badge right now, and I'll be able to be a safe beginner, but also hit the ground running and, do all those things that are expected of me. Not perfectly. Nobody expects perfection upon promotion, or even once you're a veteran, there's never going to be perfection per se. We're always learning. We're always a student of our craft. But I think to the best way, honestly, to show how you're not just a safe beginner, but that you can hit the ground running, I think is just through your actions. I think a lot of people come into that promotional process sometimes hesitant, sometimes just sort of dipping their toe in the water. I mean, I've seen a lot of candidates go, "Well, I'm taking the test, but I really don't want to get promoted this time. I just want to see what the test is so I can do better next time, because I'd rather get promoted, say, 2 years when the next test is. It's a better time in my life, for my career." I don't know. You hear all those things. Well, okay, but how about going into the process actually being the best that you can be? Because those candidates that are sort of wishy-washy, hesitant, usually don't do well. And maybe it works out the way they want it to. Maybe they see the test, don't do well, don't get promoted or fail it, but at least they've seen it, and that's maybe their goal, because then 2 years later, when the timing is right, in their opinion, they'll be able to do well. Well, who knows if that ever works. But anyway, you've got to demonstrate that you're not just a safe beginner, but that you can hit the ground running. And I think it really comes down to confidence, competence, preparation, and just going in there and taking ownership, preparing for the position, preparing for the position above, things I've already talked about in all these previous other tips, but combining all this stuff so it's not like it's Groundhog Day when you're going into the promotional exam. Because think about this. Ultimately, what the Raiders and their fire chief are looking for in individuals is that they're looking for individuals who can step now into the position, do the job, and do it well. And I go back to what my deputy chief operations told me, don't just be happy that you made a list, realize that there may be promotions as soon as a list comes out. So you better be ready to hit the ground running, because once that badge gets tossed at you, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And you can't always blame it on the honeymoon period. Oh, I'm just a new officer. Sorry, you got the badge. Now you got the high expectations that go along with it too. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for the gift of your time. Until the next episode, we will see you soon. Be safe, take care, and hope to see you soon. And again, as always, don't hesitate to reach out if I can ever be of assistance. Have a good day, everybody.